Well, I wanted to show you how the tailstock turned out. There's our colors and did a little red tint in there. So that's the way the tailstock looks. So let's go in the boring room and we'll see what else we got done. Got a little more painting done out here. Took some tape off of things and still got pieces and parts all over, but got the tape. This is now all painted. Got the ways. Took the tape off the ways anyway. Bottom, this is the middle. There's the top of the table. And there's the boring mill. I got most of the tape all taken off, and so now finally I can start reassembling things. I think he turned out pretty good. There's the old FG symbol. Yeah, we might do a little bit more on the red yet. Depends. See, we just did the face of the letter, and we're thinking about maybe we should do, you know, the back sides, this kind of the sides like that. Oh, we'll see. But it's been a long journey, but I think the assembly is going to go pretty quick. Hopefully I'll have it together in a month. So I wanted to show you some of the ways that this machine oils the ways. There are these little dams like this here, and you put wicks in here and they go down to a couple shafts. And then this has this pot right here. You can see the little holes, and then there you can see where all the tubes go and how it goes to oil things. Like this one here, this is for the way, and this goes to the shaft here, and bearing down there, another one over there, that one that goes way over there, that's to the other way. Well, the lead screw comes through here, but the lead screw nut is way back here. And they didn't have anything other than kind of a splash system that there's a gear in here that would splash oil up over here to the lead screw, and that's the only oiling that the lead screw got. So what I decided to do was I added in another port here, which runs down. Let's see here. This other port runs down through here, right over here and up, and I had to drill a hole all the way through this housing, or this casting, whatever you want to call it, through the casting, and it come out the casting on that side. And now you can see I've got a fitting, and that's running directly onto the lead screw nut. I don't know if that's a great idea, but I don't think you can put too much oil on that lead screw. So that's kind of the way that all works. But pretty soon I'm going to be putting this piece back on the machine. It's going to be the first one that goes back on, and then we'll build up from there. Well, so we're getting ready to start putting those two pieces on the boring mill. I'm going to show you a little something that I've came up with. On the oilings on things, you know, I keep looking at things while it's apart, and I come up with an idea. You see over here on the we got the shafts back in here. Everything's ready. This here would be the lead screw nut for the cross feed on the table, and this one here is for the rotation of the table. And I have all these different oil ports, like one there, one there, one there, with wicks in them. But I couldn't ever see any way how I was supposed to get any oil to here. And I still can't. So I think that's a hardened and ground shaft, and maybe a special aluminum bronze, or I don't know, some kind of brass bronze nut. It's tight, it hardly has any wear, but there's no way to get any oil on it that I see. So what I decided to do, I'm going to walk back over here. Now this is the next piece that goes on there, and right here, between these three pieces, there's supposed to be another nut that goes over here. It's around here someplace. Anyway, that's what holds the lead screw nut in for the table screw. So what I did is I came over here and I took some nickel rod, and you can see here I welded up kind of a dam. And then I drilled a hole down through the casting and I put a wick in there, which is going to let oil drip down right onto that shaft. And then I drilled another hole through here for the wick to go through. And I don't know if I'm going to use this wick or maybe a longer one that gets down into this dam. Haven't decided yet. I just kind of stuck that one in there for demonstration. But anyway, that way, well, at least that shaft is getting some oil, and it doesn't take a lot of oil, you know, to help. So that's what I've been doing. You know, if I see something I want to change, I do it. Like this is the lead screw nut, and it goes in here. Well, it didn't have no oiling, so I added that oiling into there, and I had to run another tube from here down to there. So then now that'll also be getting oil right into the nut. So that's what we got going so far.